experienced rejection a lot of times in my life, but I think the first dose of it was when I was very young in middle school and high school. And we often moved a lot, so I was often the new kid in the school, new kid on the block. So I just remember me trying to fit in, trying to conform, and it didn't work. Like all my skills of camouflaging and trying to mimic and reflect the behaviors of the cool kids I wanted to be a part of, I still wasn't accepted. So it really just made me feel really, really weird. And I remember going through just a whole identity crisis around that time. And it even bred into me just being fully isolated. Like, I don't want no business, I don't want no friends, I don't want nobody. So I definitely feel like rejection started very young for me.
Rejection found its way into my life when I started to value the opinions and ideas that people had of me above my own. And I could say that it came from a lack of parenting. Maybe the fact that I didn't have my father in my life on a consistent basis, and that my mom had to take the grunt of raising me, and with that comes the responsibility of working crazy shifts and, being tired and not being able to really, be there in those moments that I felt necessary for my child development. I can think back when I really felt rejected, when I wanted a closer relationship with my father and he just wasn't there. He would call me on my birthdays or pop up, but I didn't understand why he couldn't be there, and I didn't feel worthy. So there's a lot of factors in where rejection can come from, but really it comes from, it seeks out those insecurities within yourself, or those cracks within your confidence or your esteem that has not been yet nurtured.
I think as creatives, we forget oftentimes that Christ loves us. And when we are facing pushback, when we may feel, pushed to the side, or rejection comes up, or we feel isolated, then that means that we miss out on the constant reminder that God loves us and that we are his children. We are not the people that, just produce stuff just to make him happy. His love is sufficient. His love is enduring. And I don't think we really grasp the fact that he loves us as his child, not because of our purpose, not because of our gifts or our talents or even our story. He loves us before he gave us the gift, before he gave us the idea, before he gave us the plan, before we even had a story. He loves us that much. We feel like we have to move fast and quick and as creatives, we gotta do this and chase a platform and write the next book and all this stuff, but we do all of this without dealing with any hurt, without dealing with the pain, without dealing with any voids that we may ignore. And sometimes we ignore them on purpose. And when those voids haven't been filled the right way, we can probably produce the best stuff, but it's fueled by the stuff that we've been carrying this whole time. Dealing with rejection is tough. It is one of the most beautiful but painful experiences sometimes that you will ever go through when it comes to just enduring a process with God. But the key thing is you're doing it with him. You're not trying to do this thing alone. You're not trying to do this thing just to chase a platform. You're doing this simply because you want to be free. Sometimes as gifted people, we try to do so much because we feel like that's our ticket to gaining approval from people and gaining approval from our mentors and approval from our partners and even approval from God. We walk that thin line of doing what we feel called to do, but at the same time doing just enough so people can actually notice and actually give us a round of applause or a compliment or a like on a post or even a share. In this series, it's not about stages, it's not about platforms, it's not about how good you are. It's just simply about dealing with the ultimate denominator that kills us oftentimes, as creatives, as gifted people, and even just as people of God. Rejection can start nearly from anywhere, but if you don't deal with it, rejection can grow just as much as you grow your gift. In this moment, it's not about you, it's not even about me, it's about us coming together and dealing with something that oftentimes gifted people don't really want to talk about. Trust me, I get it and I know. Dealing with rejection and not being wanted, sometimes it can work out for our advantage, but we have to realize that in order to put our best foot forward. Not just because we have projects on the way, but because we have our freedom on the line. In this moment, we are not worried about the craft. We just simply want to see each other win in life. We want to see each other feel loved and accepted because we don't have to do anything else to receive that. Thank you for stepping into the factory with us. We'll see you next time.